All right, so our first step into making our little home garden set is taking the push pin and with parental supervision, turn the cup over, and what we're going to do is make little holes to drain the water from your cup. All you're going to do is just go around, poke it through, get a nice satisfying plop sound, and what you want to do is have about 10 here in the center and then 10 along the rim right here. That way you have plenty of holes for the water to drain through, and what this does is it stops water from building up in the cup and drowning your plants, because believe it or not, plants can drown too. Too much water is still bad for them. And we're going to call it good for right there. If you think that's enough holes, you can stop. If you want a couple more, it shouldn't hurt. Your plants will be getting plenty of water. So once this step is done, we'll go ahead and flip it over, and then we'll start putting in the soil. And so the second step is we're going to take our popsicle stick and we're going to write down what plant we're planting in our cup planter so that we remember what it is once it finally is grown. And so today I'm going to be growing oregano, which is a nice little herb that's used in like red pizza sauces or red pasta sauce to give it a nice little bit of extra flavor. And so what I'm going to do is on my popsicle stick, I'm going to write oregano, O-R-E-G-A-N-O. And so see, it's nice and labeled, and so I'll remember what is in here once it starts to grow. And then what I can do on the other side is track its growth by taking a ruler or a measuring tape and putting in where 1 inch is so that I can know where its growth is going, hopefully up. And so right there, that's a nice ruler to track my growth. And so what I can do is when my plant is growing, I can have the label on this side so that I know where it's growing, and on this side I can see how tall it's getting. Alright, now on to step 3. We're going to take our planting cup that has our draining holes right here, and what we're going to do next is put in the hydrated soil. Hydrated meaning the soil is already wet. That way, when we put the soil in our draining cup, when we put in our seeds, we won't have to water it, and that way the seeds can stay where they are and they won't get mixed up. Okay, so you probably want to do this step outside because playing with dirt can get really dirty, and we don't want to clean up a mess in the house. And so what we're going to do is take the soil and put it in our cup, and in this bottom half you want to make sure it's nice and packed in, so it's nice and tight. That way the soil will stay firm and it won't move around as easily. But once you get up to the top, you want it to be lighter. That way the seeds can have room to grow. They can move the soil out of the way so that they can grow up and down. See, you get plenty dirty. Alright. And so see how it's nice and loose? You don't want to pack that part down. That's nice and loose for the seeds to start growing. And so now what we're going to do is take our oregano seeds, and you're going to carefully pour them out onto your hand. And in your cup, you want to plant a few, especially with the oregano seeds. See how small they are? They almost look exactly like the dirt. Now, seeds come in all different shapes and sizes. So you want to usually plant a handful, 3, 4, maybe 5. But with seeds this small, you want to put a bunch in and sprinkle them all around.
And so what I'll do is just brush them off of my hand with my finger all around. All right. And so now they blend in with the soil. And what you do if your seeds were bigger is you would just take them and gently push them down and then cover them up. And what that does is it buries the seed so that it can start germinating, which means it can start to grow, its roots will start to take place, and then the rest of the plant will start to grow up from the soil. And that's how you start your little at-home garden plant.